Hi everyone, I'm Amber Katz from BeautyBloggingJunkie.com, and I'm here today to walk you guys through the steps of fresh makeup. So we're going to create a beautiful, gorgeous makeup concept that's very subtle and just focuses on, your natural beauty. It's not a lot of color, it's not a lot of eye color specifically, because having a lot of eyeshadow, in a bright, bold color, it's just not something that's found in nature. So what you want to do is focus on your lips and your cheeks, while still keeping the shade to definitely a color that's darker than what your normal lip and cheek color is, but something that's still fresh and something that looks like it could definitely be the color that you are when you're blushing, or your lips after eating a cherry pop or something like that. So we'll walk through all of the steps, and the first step is making sure you have a really smooth, even canvas on your face, because fresh makeup is all about beautiful skin. And what I like to do first is apply a little bit of foundation, not a ton. I would definitely just focus on where you need it. I happen to like the Makeup Forever HD foundation. It's really nice. It deflects the light really well. It's really blendable, and it's very long lasting, so you don't have to keep reapplying throughout the day. So I tend to break out in my jawline area. So what I'm going to do is just sort of give myself a light coating of it, but you'd put it anywhere you need a little bit of coverage. And sometimes I like to do it on my eyelids, because my eyelids tend to be a little veiny, which is simultaneously gorgeous and disgusting. So that's step one. Step two is to, actually I want to go over this really quickly. When you use concealer, I think it's actually best to put it on at the end. That way it's the last thing that goes on. It's the most long-lasting, cosmetic as part of your regimen. If you put it on right away, you can sort of blend it away inadvertently, and then it's really not doing its job, concealing your under eye circles and any imperfections you may have. So we're going to save that for last. The second thing I do want to talk to you guys about, step two, is applying just a sheer shimmery wash of color on your eyelids. Again, you don't want anything crazy. You want to definitely stay within your skin tone, and I happen to like the CoverGirl Smoky Shadow Blast. Now it comes with two shades. This is the smoky side. It's like a brown, and this is just sort of a shimmery taupey, I want to say like a shimmery beigey taupey. So for me, this is a really good color. It's not very far off from my skin tone, and it'll give me just a little bit of shimmer on my eyelids. So I do it on my eyelids, and then blend it in, and then make sure I get it on the brow bone, like so. And then I also like to get a little bit on my finger and do the inner corner so that it catches the light in a really pretty, shimmery, ethereal sort of way. So that is fun. And we're done with eyes. I have eyelash extensions, but the second step actually for eyes, if you do not have lash extensions, is just a healthy coating of mascara. So you want to apply it, brushing down on the lashes and then up, because you're not going to do any eyeliner. Eyeliner is definitely a little more dramatic and not quite as fresh, but a lot of mascara will just define your eyes and make them look really pretty. Top lashes only though. So then, now that we're done with eyes, we want to get a little bit of a healthy glow on our cheeks. Fresh makeup is all about healthy, flushed, cherubic looking cheeks. So I like to use this cheek stain by Tarte, and the shade is called Blissful. It's like a medium peach tone, but it's sheer, and I'll show you. I'll just put a little bit on, and then I put it on the apples of my cheeks, and then you blend it in, and it's a really nice texture. You want to stay away from powder when you're doing a fresh makeup concept, because powder can look a little too overdone and a little too makeup-y. The whole point of fresh makeup is actually to look like you naturally woke up looking this way. So anything sheer, dewy textured is always better. So we love this. Then we want to do a little bit of a lip stain. This one by CoverGirl is called Outlast, and the shade is 440. I really like this color. It's a little deep, but I like it when I'm doing, sort of a barer eye, because it, really brings out the lips and it's long lasting. So we do a little bit of this, and then do the top lip, and then I like to blow on the lip stain so that it dries. You have to give it a minute, and then what I like to do is, so it doesn't get too dry and cakey throughout the day, I like to follow it up with just a little bit of lip balm. And my favorite lip balm these days is Kiehl's No. 1 Lip Balm. It's fantastic. It's really emollient and moisturizes my lips perfectly, And you'll find that, you'll probably apply the lip balm more often than the stain itself. The stain itself you could maybe reapply once or twice throughout the day. This you'll want to keep on hand though. And then we just have a couple more things. When you have a really bare face like this that focuses on the lips, you want to make sure your eyebrows are really groomed and in good condition. So I recommend getting the exact right pencil for your eyebrow color. And for me, that shade is Ash Blonde by Anastasia. And what you want to do is just sort of color in anywhere where you have sparse brows. And I tend to be a little more sparse, in the inner corners of the brows. So I sort of like to beef them up a little bit by coloring them in. And then after I do that, you want it to look natural again. So the Anastasia brow pencil actually has a brush a brow brush. On the other side, it's a spoolie brush. If you, have a separate brush, that's fine too. But you definitely just want to go through, brush them through so that they look uber natural. And then I like to follow it up to set it with a little bit of brow gel. This kind that I'm liking is called Code.ai, and I like it because it's a shaper, but it also is a brow booster. So it encourages brow growth as well. And as I mentioned, I have that sparse brow issue. So encouraging growth is good. It's a double duty beauty product. I definitely recommend it. And then lastly, we want to take our concealer. This is Clé de Peau. It's a really good concealer. We want to put a little bit under our eyes and conceal any dark circles or any darkness we have there. And then on any, zits, any blemishes, any imperfections, it's always good to put a little bit on the sides of your nose. That's a tip I learned from the late, great Kevin O'Quan. He hated it when people did not have appropriate amounts of concealer on the sides of their nose because it can tend to get red there, especially in the winter. And there you have it. You want to probably give yourself a once over with your sponge. And that's it. That's it for fresh makeup. I hope you liked the tutorial, and let me know if you try it out and what you think.